Quantum mechanics teaches us that the essence of our reality lies in the energy that permeates everything. This energy encompasses all potentialities, existing simultaneously. However, it is only when we direct our attention towards these potentials, when we observe and define them, that we witness the transformation of energy into the tangible aspects of our daily lives. In this magnificent world we inhabit, there are solid foundations that provide us with the means to experience life to its fullest. The Earth, with its vast landscapes and diverse ecosystems, serves as a stage for our existence. Our bodies, intricate and marvelous, enable us to interact with the world around us. Yet, within the realm of our psyche and consciousness, we often impose limitations upon ourselves. One particular limitation that pervades our lives and gives rise to a myriad of negative emotions is the deeply ingrained concept of what life should be. From the moment we are born, society dictates a predetermined path for us to follow. We are expected to go to school, graduate, pursue higher education, secure a good job, get married, start a family, buy a house, work diligently for several decades, retire, and eventually fade away. This linear progression, often referred to as the rat race, can feel robotic and devoid of true meaning. This societal narrative is often presented as a dream, a blueprint for success and happiness. Yet, deep down, we sense that there must be more to life than this predetermined script. We may joke about it, but rarely do we question its validity and explore alternative paths. It is crucial for us to recognize that life is not a one-size-fits-all journey. Each individual possesses unique aspirations, passions, and talents. Embracing our individuality and daring to challenge the status quo can lead us to a more fulfilling and authentic existence. Let us break free from the limitations imposed upon us by societal expectations. Let us embark on a quest to discover our true purpose and create a life that aligns with our deepest desires. By doing so, we can transcend the drama, unease, worry, guilt, and fear that stem from conforming to an outdated paradigm. Life is a vast canvas awaiting our creative brushstrokes. It is up to us to define our own realities, to shape our own destinies. With courage and determination, we can rewrite the narrative, infusing it with passion, joy, and a sense of purpose. Let us embrace the boundless potential that lies within us and embark on a journey of self-discovery, where limitations dissolve and our true essence shines through. It's not just normal, it's extraordinary. When we embark on the journey we call life, we are not only influenced by our parents and the teachings they impart upon us, but also by what can be described as the collective matrix. This matrix is like a vast repository of thoughts, ideas, and experiences that we constantly upload and download from. It represents the collective consciousness of humanity. Think of it as a network of interconnected minds, where ideas flow freely and are widely accepted. These ideas become the norms, the accepted truths that shape our perception of reality. They are the foundation upon which we build our lives. Being connected to this collective matrix means that we are constantly influenced by these norms. We feel them deeply within ourselves, even when we don't fully understand where they come from or how they came to be. They become ingrained in our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. But here's the thing, just because something is widely accepted doesn't mean it's the only truth. It doesn't mean that we have to conform to these norms and limit ourselves to what is considered normal by the masses. In fact, it is often when we challenge these norms that we discover our true potential. We have the power to redefine what is normal. We have the ability to question the status quo and create our own path. It is through this process of questioning and exploration that we tap into our unique gifts and talents. So let's not settle for what is simply accepted by the majority. Let's dare to dream bigger, to think outside the box, and to challenge the limitations that society imposes on us. Let's embrace our individuality and celebrate our differences. Remember, you are not bound by the collective norm. You have the power to rewrite the script of your life and create your own definition of what is possible. Embrace the extraordinary, for it is within you. Stepping out. The only real thing keeping any of these ideals in place is the fact that we are all invested in it because either we never have questioned it or we fear that if we don't do things this way, there may be issues that are undesirable. Thankfully, as many of us begin to step out of accepting these collective norms, the experience of stepping out is uploaded to the matrix, making the concrete norms slightly flimsy, allowing others to see the shake in the foundations, ultimately giving those people permission to question things themselves. In a world filled with societal norms and collective ideals, it can be easy to fall into the trap of blindly accepting them without ever questioning their validity. We find comfort in the familiar, in the routines and traditions that have been passed down through generations. But what if we dared to step out of this comfort zone? What if we allowed ourselves to question the norms that have been ingrained in us? Stepping out of the accepted norms can be a daunting and challenging experience. It requires us to confront our fears and face the possibility of judgment and criticism from others. However, it is through this process of stepping out that we begin to realize the true power of our individuality and the potential for growth and change. When we dare to challenge the status quo, we send ripples through the fabric of society. Our actions, thoughts, and experiences become uploaded to the matrix of collective consciousness, shaking the foundations of the concrete norms that once seemed unshakable. It is as if we are throwing a pebble into a pond, causing waves to spread outward, touching the lives of those around us and inspiring them to question the established order. As we question, we begin to see the cracks in the system, the flaws in the established order. We realize that what we have always known may not be the only way, the only truth. We start to understand that there are limitless possibilities outside the boundaries of what society has dictated to us. We recognize that the limitations we face are often self-imposed, born out of fear and conformity. Stepping out of the collective norms is not an act of rebellion, but rather an act of liberation. It is a declaration of our individuality, a refusal to be confined by the expectations of others. It is a reminder that we have the power to shape our own destinies and create a world that aligns with our true values and beliefs. When we challenge the status quo, we become catalysts for change. We inspire others to question, to think critically, and to envision a different future. Our actions become the seeds of innovation, creativity, and new ways of thinking. We become the pioneers of progress, forging paths that were previously unseen. In this journey of self-discovery and transformation, we may face resistance and opposition. There will be those who fear change and cling to the comfort of the familiar. But we must remember that true progress requires courage and perseverance. We must stay true to our convictions, even in the face of adversity. What are norms? Norms are the invisible threads that weave our society together, shaping our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. They are the unwritten rules that govern our behavior, dictating what is considered good or bad, right or wrong. They encompass a wide range of ideas and values, from the pursuit of wealth as a measure of success to the notion that a university diploma signifies intelligence. Norms can be seen as the building blocks of our social fabric, providing a framework for how we navigate the complexities of our world. At their core, norms reflect the collective consciousness of a community or society. They are the product of countless small acceptances, deeply rooted in our fundamental beliefs about how the world should be. These beliefs, often ingrained in us from a young age, shape our perceptions and influence our decisions. They form the bedrock upon which our societal systems are built, guiding our interactions and shaping our institutions. One such norm is the acceptance of living in a political society, where governance and order are essential for a functioning community. This norm recognizes the necessity of a system that ensures the well-being and safety of its members. It acknowledges the need for an economy, where resources are allocated and distributed, and scarcity is a reality we must contend with. This acceptance of scarcity drives our societal systems to strive for the best possible outcomes, seeking to create a good life for all. Norms, however, are not fixed or immutable. They evolve and adapt over time, reflecting the changing needs and values of a society. What was once accepted as truth may be challenged and re-evaluated as new perspectives emerge. This constant re-examination of norms is crucial for progress and growth, as it allows us to question the status quo and envision a better future. When we delve deeper into the origins of norms, we uncover a rich tapestry of history, culture, and human experience. They are the result of a long line of small acceptances, woven together to form the intricate fabric of our society. Each acceptance, whether conscious or subconscious, contributes to the collective understanding of what is considered normal. Norms are not without their flaws, however. They can perpetuate inequality, reinforce biases, and limit individual freedom. It is essential for us to critically examine the norms we adhere to ensure that they align with our values and aspirations. By challenging the status quo and embracing alternative perspectives, we can pave the way for a more inclusive and equitable society. For instance, the consequences of the prevailing economic systems we witness today are inequality, poverty, and scarcity. These outcomes, however, do not have to be an inherent part of our society. Rather, they are the byproduct of our collective acceptance of the notion that we are powerless to question or fundamentally alter the very foundations upon which our lives are built. Consider the rules and norms that govern our global economy, rules that have been established by a select few and enforced upon us by our parents, society, and education systems as we matured. But should these rules not be subject to scrutiny? Have we not blindly embraced these ideas without truly questioning their validity? Perhaps deep down, we fear challenging the status quo because it requires us to step out of our comfort zones. We have grown accustomed to ideas that do not stray too far from our existing systems, simply because we believe that we lack the capacity to delve deeper and question the very essence of our societal structures. However, it is precisely this reluctance to challenge the established norms that perpetuates the cycle of inequality, poverty, and scarcity. Imagine a world where we are not afraid to question the rules that govern our lives. A world where we dare to challenge the existing systems and explore alternative possibilities. It is only through this courageous exploration that we can pave the way for a more equitable and prosperous society. Deprogramming limits is key. Societal limits is a crucial step towards personal growth and achieving our full potential. In the CE Protocol, Step 3, known as Deprogramming Limits, encourages us to question the beliefs and assumptions we have accepted about the world we live in. Think about it. How often have you questioned the notion that a university degree equates to intelligence? Why do we place such value on this piece of paper? Is it truly a measure of our intellectual capabilities? Similarly, why do we idolize those who possess great wealth? Why do we strive to be like them, even if it means sacrificing our own happiness and well-being? And why do we allow economies to create artificial scarcity, perpetuating a system that benefits only a few? These are the questions that lead us to the root of our thinking. We begin to realize that these ideas are not inherent to our nature. They are merely constructs that we have bought into and accepted without question, decade after decade. We have become so accustomed to this complex system of acceptance that we fear venturing outside of it. But it is precisely this fear that holds us back from true liberation. By challenging these limits and examining the reasons behind our beliefs, we open ourselves up to the possibility of change. We must question the very foundations of our thinking if we want to create a better world for ourselves and future generations. Deprogramming limits is not an easy task. It requires courage and self-reflection. It demands that we confront our own biases and confront the uncomfortable truths that lie beneath the surface. But it is through this process that we can break free from the chains that bind us and unlock our true potential. Imagine a world. Imagine a world where intelligence is not measured by a piece of paper, but by the depth of our understanding and the wisdom we possess. Envision a society where success is not defined by material wealth, but by the impact we have on others and the fulfillment we find in our own lives. Picture an economy that is built on abundance and cooperation, rather than scarcity and competition. In this world, education is not limited to the confines of a classroom or the boundaries of a standardized test. It is a lifelong pursuit of knowledge and self-discovery. Intelligence is not simply a measure of how much information we can memorize, but rather a reflection of our ability to think critically, solve problems, and adapt to new situations. It is about nurturing our curiosity and embracing a love for learning. Success is not measured by the size of our bank accounts or the number of possessions we accumulate. It is defined by the positive impact we have on the lives of others and the meaningful relationships we cultivate. It is about finding fulfillment and purpose in our work, and making a difference in the world around us. It is about living a life of integrity and authenticity, guided by our values and passions. In this society, the economy is not driven by a mindset of scarcity and competition, but rather by one of abundance and cooperation. It is a system that values collaboration over cutthroat competition, where success is not achieved at the expense of others, but through mutual support and shared prosperity. It is a world where resources are shared equitably, and where the well-being of all individuals is prioritized over individual gain. In this world, we understand that true intelligence lies not in the accumulation of degrees or accolades, but in the depth of our understanding and the wisdom we possess. We recognize that success is not measured by material wealth, but by the impact we have on others and the fulfillment we find in our own lives. We embrace an economy that is built on abundance and cooperation, and reject the notion that there is not enough to go around. Imagine a world where intelligence is not confined to a piece of paper, but is celebrated in the diversity of our thoughts and perspectives. Envision a society where success is not defined by what we have, but by who we are and how we contribute to the well-being of others. Picture an economy that is rooted in collaboration and shared prosperity, where everyone has the opportunity to thrive and flourish. In this world, we are not limited by the constraints of traditional measures of intelligence. We recognize that true intelligence encompasses emotional intelligence, social intelligence, and spiritual intelligence. It is about understanding ourselves and others, and being able to navigate the complexities of human relationships with empathy and compassion. Success is not about climbing a corporate ladder or accumulating wealth, but about finding purpose and meaning in our lives. It is about making a positive impact on the world, whether it is through our work, our relationships, or our contributions to our communities. It is about living a life of passion and fulfillment, and inspiring others to do the same. In this society, the economy is not driven by greed and competition, but by collaboration and cooperation. It is a system that values the well-being of all individuals and the sustainability of our planet. It is about creating abundance for all, rather than hoarding resources for the few. It is about working together to solve the challenges we face, and building a future that is equitable and just. Imagine a world where intelligence is not measured by a piece of paper, but by the depth of our understanding and the wisdom we possess. Envision a society where success is not defined by material wealth, but by the impact we have on others and the fulfillment we find in our own lives. Picture an economy that is built on abundance and cooperation, rather than scarcity and competition. In this world, we value knowledge and wisdom above all else. We understand that true intelligence is not about rote memorization or regurgitation of facts, but about the ability to think critically, to question, and to seek answers. We believe that education should be a lifelong journey, and that learning should be a joyous and fulfilling experience. Success in this world is not measured by the size of our bank accounts or the number of possessions we own. It is measured by the positive impact we have on others, by the lives we touch and the hearts we inspire. It is about finding our passion and purpose, and using our talents to make a difference in the world. It is about living a life of meaning and fulfillment, and leaving a legacy that will endure. This is the world that awaits us if we have the courage to challenge the limits that have been imposed upon us. Each one of us has the power to deprogram ourselves from the societal conditioning that has held us back. The takeaway. In our daily lives, we often find ourselves conforming to collective norms without even realizing it. These norms dictate our actions, thoughts, and beliefs, shaping our lives in ways we may not fully comprehend. But what if we were to question these autopilot responses and challenge the status quo? What if we were to break free from the chains of societal expectations and discover the true potentiality that lies within us? It is easy to fall into the trap of doing things simply because we fear judgment or because everyone else does it. We hear our parents, friends, and even strangers say things that we know are just echoes of what society expects from us. But have we ever stopped to ask ourselves why? Why do we allow these norms to dictate our lives? The truth is, we have the power to break free from these limitations. We can choose to let go of guilt, fear, judgment, prejudice, and worry. We can choose to become aware of how we have been programmed and step out of it. It may seem daunting at first, but the rewards are immeasurable. By questioning the norms that surround us, we open ourselves up to a world of complete potentiality. We realize that the limitations we once believed in are nothing more than illusions. We understand that the only thing holding us back is our own willingness to embrace change. Imagine a life where you no longer feel the need to conform, where you are free to express your true self without fear of judgment. Imagine a world where authenticity and individuality are celebrated, where diversity is embraced rather than feared. This is the world that awaits us when we break free from collective norms. It starts with a simple question: why? Why do we do the things we do? Why do we believe what we believe? By asking these questions, we begin to unravel the layers of conditioning that have shaped our lives. We become conscious of the choices we make and the impact they have on our well-being. Breaking free from collective norms is not about rebellion or defiance. It is about reclaiming our power as individuals. It is about recognizing that we have the ability to shape our own destiny, to create a life that aligns with our true values and aspirations. So, let us challenge the norms that bind us. Let us question the autopilot responses and societal expectations that have limited us for far too long. Let us embrace our uniqueness and stand tall in our individuality. The world is waiting for us to break free, to unleash our full potential, and to inspire others to do the same. Remember, the power to break free from collective norms lies within you. It is a choice, a decision to step out of the shadows and into the light of authenticity. Embrace it, for the world needs your unique voice, your unique perspective, and your unique contribution. The time to break free is now.